Hey, welcome everyone. Can you do me a favor and just enter one if you can hear me? Some of you are probably just getting on right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to share screen right away because I'm super excited to talk to you about what it is. Can I talk here? Um, about ultimate course outline, what the magical rule of three is, and most importantly, how my clients are making a boatload of profitable money, course sales, coaching sales, mastermind sales from it. So I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to actually just post in the group class chat, trying something new where we create an event as a class. And then we have this group class chat. That's where you can download the PDF of the ultimate course outline. And also that's where you can ask questions as well, or ask questions in a comment below. All right. So I'm just going to put in the link, the fancy dancing link, and going to let's just get right to it right away. Hopefully you're all doing fantastic. How are you this morning? Enter the word cold below if you're freezing. Like, where do you live? Right? I live in Canada. It's freezing. It's like minus 15 out there, and our furnace barely can keep up. It's like eeks. So what we're going to do here now is get right into presentation mode. So let me go into share screen, desktop 2. And if you could do me a favor and just let me know that you can hear me. There's Sally. Good morning, everyone. Awesome. Yeah, it's really cool. So let me go into the presentation mode. I love sometimes using Canva just to present because this is really cool way to present. Let me know if you can see this okay. All right. So we are going to get straight into the teaching. My goal is to keep this to like a 10 or 15-minute live because I believe actions create transactions. I want you to take this and not just go, oh my God, that was so exciting. That was so inspiring. But I actually want to have you take at least one success action step from this training so you could apply it to yourself. Okay. So without further ado, 800K with this, what does that mean? We are going to give you the ultimate course starter outline. And when I say we, this particular live is hosted by myself, Maria Cadelas, and the wonderful Sally Savasco, who's also part of the I Am Possible team, is here in the comments, commenting and interacting with you. She is a social media genius responsible for helping companies make hundreds of thousands of dollars of sales. So sometimes we go live together. Sometimes we go live just one-on-one. And this particular live is just with me. But basically, I Am Possible Now is all about helping coaches, which is you maybe, and course creators, which is you maybe, create a lot of money, profitable money. All right. Does that sound, do you like money? Just type in the comments below money if you like money. All right. So the rule of three, let's talk about this, why it is so magical. So there's a reason why I have this little picture of the iPhone and a man in a suit wearing 3, because 3 means business in my eyes. Like, why is it so magical? And how do you use the rule of 3 to create engaging content? This will all make sense when I actually show you the course outline. So just to give you a sneak peek and why you should stay with me, I'm going to explain this course outline. This is the exact outline that I give to my clients, and it is responsible for making them, as I kind of showed here. This is right from the ClickFunnels account, $824,856 in profitable sales. I hope that gets you excited. And by the way, that was just the beginning, because then you ascend people into like maybe your high ticket thing, right? Maybe it's a mastermind, maybe it's a 5K program, whatever it is, or maybe it's a 15K, 20K service you provide. So when it comes to the rule of 3, why is it so magical? I don't know who taught me this. It was more than probably 20 years ago, where I invested in a lot of marketing classes, coaching, workshops, and invested a lot of money too. And I still do to today. I invest well over 50,000 a year in up-leveling my marketing or sales or automation of systems knowledge, so I could bring that to you. Okay, does that sound cool? So somewhere along the line, someone taught me the rule of 3. I feel it's my duty to tell you about the rule of 3. And the best article I've come across it just when I was Googling this morning was, and I love Copy Blogger, by the way, an article right on Copy Blogger. So the article is, and this, I've sourced it here as well. It's copyblogger.com/rule-of-3. And it basically talks about how to use the rule of 3 to create engaging content, right? Because when you create engaging content, you make money, right? And they have a beautiful quote there in the image. If you want something stuck in someone's head, put in a sequence of 3. So why don't we just go straight to that article? So I'm just going to go straight to the Copyblogger article. And Sally says, money, money, money. Stephanie says, I can hear you. Awesome. Okay. So how to use the rule of 3 to create engaging content. So exciting. What's so magical about the number 3? It's no accident. I love how Copyblogger, how Brian Clark writes about this. I couldn't say any better. It's no accident that the number 3 is pervasive throughout some of our greatest stories, fairy tales, and myths. It's also no coincidence that some of the most famous quotes throughout history are structured in 3 parts. I'm going to make this even bigger so you can see this so big, okay? And it also works in marketing in the world of comedy, and it comes down to the way we humans, this is important, we humans process information. We have become proficient at pattern recognition by necessity, and 3 is the smallest number of elements required to create a pattern. This combination of pattern and brevity results in memorable content, and that's why the rule of 3 will make you a more engaging writer. Also make you more money. How many times can I say the word money? If this were a game, you know how some games where you watch a certain reality TV show and you take a drink whenever they say something, or you watch Christmas movies and you have to take a drink every time the Christmas movie starts out with, in a small town, she left the big city and then she fell in love with the local boy in the small town. There's always a theme. Anyway, so I'm going to mention money a lot because 2022 is the year for you to make a lot of money. And I want to change any blocks that you might have about making a lot of money. All right. So stay in this group, hang out with us in this fantastic Facebook group. Storytelling. Have you ever wondered what the 3 little pigs, the 3 little blind mice, Goldilocks and 3 bears, the 3 musketeers and 3 wise men, and the 3 stooges have in common? Why the 3-act structure is the dominant approach to screenwriting Hollywood. Why 3 bullet points are the most effective than 2 or 4. See, 3 bullet points. Ever notice when you go to sign up for someone's lead magnet or webinar, there's usually 3 bullet points. Some of you try to sneak in 5 because you can't have brevity, but trust me, 3 is always better. All right. So the rule of 3 works in stories due to the presence of the concise, memorable patterns that I mentioned above. But even if that wasn't the case, the number 3 has been used so widely throughout some of the most memorable works from our childhoods. So we're neurally programmed for this, y'all. This is so powerful. It's likely that we are preconditioned to respond favorably to elements grouped in 3s. All right. So think in terms of 3 when crafting your content strategy, and you'll likely end up with a more engaging outcome. All right. So I just want to talk about sticky ideas, and then let's get back to the ultimate course outline because it acts on the rule of 3 and any questions you might have. All right. So if you have any questions now or thinking about it, leave a question in the comments below. If you happen to be watching this training, say on a landing page, then you could simply, maybe you got here through an email through us, you can simply hit reply and ask a question. Or more importantly, we do provide a way for you at the end of this PDF that you should have gotten a copy of this PDF, like this page here. If you don't, just enter PDF below, the word PDF below, and we'll make sure we get that to you. But if you click here, if it works, you'll be able to get a free 15-minute. It'll be like 10 to 15 minutes with me, yours truly. Sometimes it'll be Sally if like I've got a conflict that day or something. But basically, we'll get you a growth accelerator game plan call going where we can review or audit maybe your course. You want to talk about a rule 3 about your offer, your coaching offer, and we can do a red light, green light test to see if your program is scalable to 50K months. Yes, I said it, $50,000 months, and a personalized roadmap to 100K plus revenue. So all you have to do is just click on any of these days. So say you want to get a call with me on Thursday. These are the days that I'm available in Eastern time. And it's pretty easy to book. You would just book 9 a.m. and you would click confirm. Then you enter your details. And there's some minor things here for you to enter here just to make sure that you mean business, bottom line, right? So let's get back to here. Does that make sense? Fair enough to book a call with me if you are not yet in our accelerator program, because right out loud, we have just a few spots left before we double the price. So since we're talking about rule of 3, 3 spots left before we double the price of this, your investment. So if you get in now, you're going to save thousands of dollars. Okay. So anyways, that was the commercial outtake that I just had to, as a marketer, say to you. But let's get back to the nitty gritty of the content here. Okay. So sticky ideas, because information presented in groups of 3 sticks to our heads better than other clusters. For example, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, government of the people, by people, for the people, friends, Romans, countrymen, blood, sweat, tears, location, 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 Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, faith, hope, and charity, mind, body, spirit, stop, look, listen, sex, lies, and videotape. I came, I saw, I conquered. So, and the United States Marines are big believers in the Rule 3 when it comes to getting things done and keeping people alive. So, and isn't this interesting? Please note this, okay? I'm saying this because this principle is so important. You get this. This is a license for you to print money. You may think, are you talking crazy, Maria? Rule of 3, license to print money? Yes, because so many people sometimes try to teach too much, especially in that first initial micro offer or challenge that you teach, that you don't make any sales because you overcomplicate it and actually gave away too much. Am I preaching here? Have you been in that situation? Just enter a yes or a hell yes if you want. If you've been in that situation where maybe you hosted a challenge or some free event or maybe a paid event and you didn't actually make a lot of money from it or make a lot of sales as you expected, all right? Part of it comes down to this, right? Because the more your client associates you with moving forward, and that's in content retention and using your expertise that you're teaching them, the more they'll be more likely to stick with you and continue to buy from you. Okay, does that make sense? Just put 1 in the comment below if that makes sense. Even if you're watching the replay, do me wonders. I love getting feedback and it helps with the Facebook algorithm so more people see this valuable content. Okay. So basically the corps apparently experimented with the Rule 4 and retention and effectiveness took a nosedive. So if you want something stuck in someone's head, put it in the sequence of 3. Okay. So having said that, I talked now to you about the Rule of 3, right? I mentioned why it's so magical and how it's even made our clients like a boatload of money. Now I want to get to teach you the third thing, like the actual outline, what it is. So you ready for that? Just enter a yes in the comments. And I see a few of you are live. That's awesome. I see Stephanie, I see Claudia, and whoever, if you're watching the replay, just enter yes if all of this makes sense, because I definitely want to make sure that I'm giving you value and you're getting, what you came for. Okay. So you have the download to this Ultimate Course Starter Outline. And I don't know if I can make this even bigger. Yeah, no, this is as big as it gets right now. And the reason I call it Stop Overthinking and Start Collecting Cash, this is exactly what I walk one-on-one through my clients that invest more than $5,000 a month with me. Okay. So when they are wondering about what their offer should be, or I should create some kind of program or course, we first kind of go after, and this is exactly what I did with Jacqueline and Mina of the Product Boss, and those numbers, they over 800,000, legit. That's what they've made just from one course. And then because they stacked on other courses and masterminds, they're well over $1 million in revenue collected. And my other clients just get so much traction from this. What you want to do is say this is a course that you're delivering. I need you to think about the 3 major things they need to do. Like for instance, for us, one of the things could be they need to attract clients. They need to convert those clients, attract leads, convert those leads to clients. And then you need to execute on the delivery, right? You need to deliver it, right? So there could be those 3 steps. We also have, especially for courses, kind of our we need to validate and sell, if your offer has legs, right? And then you need to deliver, and then you need to scale, right? And there's many ways you can scale. Like we really love you using, say, challenges, doing a paid or a free challenge and live challenge, and then convert it into an evergreen funnel like we do for Karina. That gets clients every day. Clients, customers every day, every week, then buying her $3,000 program. Wouldn't you like to have that? So without further ado, what I want you to do is think about whatever it is you're going to teach and break it into 3 steps, right? So there's step 1, how to, like for instance, if I walked this through with Sally actually about 2 years ago. It was really fascinating. We created a course in 4 hours. In 4 hours or less, using this Ultimate Course Starter Outline, we created a course. And Sally, if you want to type it in what it was, because only people in our accelerator program can get it now. But I think it was something to do with the Facebook group engagement amplifier. I think that's what we did. But say I wanted to do this about like what we teach, like how to say do a challenge, right? So step one would be to, how to map out your challenge and structure it, right? So in this training you will learn, and this is, I'm applying this example so that you can kind of see how it can do this for you, right? So you will learn how to map out your challenge daily training, how to map out your challenge daily success actions and how much time you should give your ideal challenge leads to do it. Number three, how to transition best how to name your challenge and how to transition best to your main offer, right? Because the naming of your challenge is actually, believe it or not, one of the most important things that people get wrong all the time. And that's another reason why, I didn't get any sales for my challenge, right? So then step two, now that we mapped out what the challenge is, what it's going to be called, like kind of like what the hook that gets the look, step two would simply be how to set up your challenge to start getting leads. So in this training, you will learn how to set up a simple opt-in page for your challenge. Number two, how to set up the emails that you need to nurture your individuals in the challenge and to then have them participate in your challenge so that you could sell them, right? And most importantly, number three, then when you're delivering the challenge, how to transition to the pitch or the sale, effectively, so that you make sales. And then step three is, so you kind of planned all that out, is simply how to attract people into your challenge, both with paid ads and organically, right? And then you could do some bonuses, right? Bonus one could be the challenge website template, right? It could also be the bonus two would be the checklist, the Facebook Live checklist, what to do each day when you go live. Bonus three would be a 2-minute video, how to follow up with your challengers that did not buy and do a survey that then allows you to make your challenge better and better. Or bonus three could be a 2-minute video of how to make your challenge evergreen now that you've done it. And so you get, clients, customers every day like Karina's getting, and upsells them to the high-end ticket offer she has. So basically, always be selling, have a call to action to book a call or send your high ticket offer, at the end of the whatever your course thing is. So that's how short and sweet it is. A lot of people overthink it. That's why my training right now is being so short and sweet with you, because when you do this and stick to this guideline of the rule of three, super, super powerful. Okay. Now, 2 extra things I want to tell you about. So the bonuses to this training. When you deliver a course, you should always do an introduction, like a short video text where you introduce yourself and mention a few benefits of watching the video training or consuming your course. You do this because you're reaffirming their belief in you, like why they bought this. Because people always have buyer's regret, buyer's remorse, it's called. So it doesn't matter whether you buy something for $5 or for 5,000 or 50,000. You're like, did I make the right decision? Is this really what I should be doing? So you want to reaffirm that by doing an introductory video. And then show in the introduction section results in advance. Okay, here's what we're building, why you should do this. So again, if we were doing this, I would say, here's what we're building. I'd show an example of either one of our challenges that was wildly profitable or one of our clients' challenges that was wildly profitable. Okay. And so it's always great to start off with. People always ask me how to, make sure your challenge is wildly profitable, or how to host a challenge that's profitable. And here's the type of results I or my clients get. And I literally could even go into their ClickFunnels account or StemCard account and show how much money they're making, whether it's their first $1,000 or whether there's their first 10,000 or even 100,000, or as I've showed you, 800,000. All right. Sounds cool. So having said that, that is the end of this particular live. I want to wish you love and light. And Sally said the course we created is called the Social Group Amplifier. So I have an important question for you. Actually, sorry, 2 questions. Maybe I should say 3, but really just 2 questions. One is, do you like the format of this new style of lives we do, where it's truly short and sweet? Because I want to give you a dose of what helps and then have you do a success action step after that. Okay. Does that make sense? Just type in yes or no. That'll be good for me to see and make sure I'm on track. And while you do that, I'm going to have a little bit of green tea while I'm waiting for your comments to make. And I do this also because I want to make sure I'm on track, right? That Sally and I are teaching you what you want to learn. We sometimes do polls or surveys to you as well. And that way I feel I'm more connected to you, right? Because here I am in Sarnia, Ontario, well, Brights Grove, Ontario, Canada, 3 hours from Toronto, about an hour and a half drive from Detroit. We just on the border of the US. And, isn't it amazing that some of you might be like in the Netherlands, some of you might be in the States somewhere, some of you might be just across, the highway in like Toronto, Ontario. But yeah, so that's cool. So all of you like this, okay? And hello, Adrian. Good to see you here as well. Hello, Claudia. Hello. I'm looking at Stephanie. There's some of the people live. That's so cool. Adrian says good tip. So here's your success action step. And I do mean this sincerely. If you are not in our accelerator program, we truly are going to double the investment in it before the end of January. So, and we're opening up 3 spots, just 3 spots. So what I want you to do is a success action step. I'm more than happy to go over with you your course or offer outline and do like a red light, green light kind of test to see if it's scalable to those 10K months, to those 50K months. We've done it for ourselves, done it for our clients. So I'm more than happy to help you on that call. Then also, full disclosure, that call will be kind of an appetizer taste of what it feels like to work with us and whether you're a good fit for our accelerator program. And see, because if you're not a good fit, I'll just give you access to other resources or where to go to help you, because it only works in my best interest if you are a good fit and you can have like amazing results based on what I see, what you have right now as an expert to offer, or where your business is right now. Okay. So having said that, all you have to do for that is, you probably already have this, and Sally might put in the link in the chat, but in this free PDF that you have, the Ultimate Course Starter Outline, all you have to do is at the very bottom, where I say, hey, let's hop on a 15-minute call. You just have to click that particular link. And like I showed earlier on in this presentation, just click one of these dates. Okay. Why can't you book a month out from now and only the next 4 days? Well, that's one of our secrets of showing you also how to get more sales yourself, because I want you in having momentum, right? I don't want you to think about it or wait about it, because, if your goal is to say, make over $100,000 over the next year or more, that works out. If you divide that by 365, that works out to be like something, I forget what it is. I don't have a calculator on me. If someone wants to enter that, what's 100,000 by 365? So let's just say it's like $250. Every day you delay accelerating your business through our accelerator program, I'm going to be that bold because we have crazy results that are so good, and helping people get momentum and so many huge, massive mind shifts, that they're losing out on $250 a day. Say if it's $250 a day to make $100,000. Yeah, that's what it works. So Stephanie says, love the lives. Claudia says, yes, no fluff, just clarity. Love it. Awesome. Okay. Love and light to you. Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to do a poll, a vote, whether you want to learn about our 1-pager challenge roadmap, where our clients have gotten to not only their first 10,000, but also $1 million with it. If you want us to give you for free our 1-pager challenge roadmap and do a Facebook Live teaching about that. So anyways, love and light to you. Have a great weekend, no matter where you are, and wishing you the most amazing success for you and your business life and your personal life. Love and light. Bye. Big hearts to you. Big heart. Can I even do a heart? I'm not too good at the hearts and sign language, but my heart to your heart. Love and light.